gotta watch it again. I missed like the first.
All right, shot by Nolan. Talk about somebody spit something. You know what I'm saying? Come through with that heat.
Check it, yo.
I'm about to spit in some of this. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta. Hold it down. Bring that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, all year, coming with another wonderful episode of You Best Believe It, Beast Vibes Life. Look, y'all know what it is. It's Wednesday. All right. We're bringing you the illest of hip hop flavor. All right. We're bringing you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All right. We're kicking the truth to the young black youth. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to start out with a verse from the old Dirty Bastard. He goes on to say that Brooklyn Zoo, shame on you when you stepped up to the old Dirty Bastard. The end. And I'd like to open up the show with an introduction from the checkered one. You best believe it, the one, the only, Space Bridge Engineer, Arckatron.
Hey y'all, it's me, Arckatron. That's ARCKATRON.com is where you can find me. I'm on the board. Well, guess what piece I am? I'm the rook. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
I'm the rook. I'm in the corner.
Yeah, son.
You dig.
Castle.
You dig.
Shout out to Kitty Hart. And, of course, right over here, you know, right with the ill fur on. You know what I'm saying?
Right near the beach.
You know what I'm saying? Right near the beach.
It's me, y'all. Straight up and down.
Highsign.
He in Miami right now.
We in Miami right now.
Saying, yo, I'm a pick the alley if he said he's the rook, you know. But speaking of rooks, I have a song on my album that I'm finishing called Chess Pieces, but you ain't know that. You ain't know that. He knew that. You ain't know that.
I don't know nothing.
Know I don't know which way you are. Oh, you gonna hear that for the street date.
So
but yeah, we here, man.
We got some good news for the hip hop community. Well, depending on who you talking to, because there was people that had dissenting opinions, but Raekwon, that's right, the chef, all right, from staircase to stage. And Ghostface, Tony Starks, Pretty Tony himself, came together for a versus, all right, which was a Wu-Tang night of epic proportions, all right. My brethren, all right, we rep the Wu here. We give people a Wu when we sign off, all right. We give a Wu for you and a Wu for you, all right. How are y'all feeling? How are we feeling about the Raekwon and Ghost joint? How are we feeling?
You want to go or you want me to go? Who you want? Oh, you want me to go? Okay.
I can go. Yeah.
I feel. Yeah,
you go.
I feel that it's a weird one for me because they're in the same crew. They're on a lot of same songs that we love. They're like their best songs, you know. So, but I do like the idea of it. I don't think this should have been a versus. This should have been a Ghostface and Raekwon concert. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They should do a tiny fest. You know what I mean? Like a tiny at home.
That's kind of what they did.
They did also
basically what they did.
Tiny
so
desk.
I
banged with a tiny desk like last year.
Yeah, you're right. They did.
Yeah, I banged with it though. I like it. I like it. I like to see them too. Like together. On the same stage. I like it.
All right, and where you at?
I dig. So I really, 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 really wasn't excited or interested in it when the news first dropped, and then someone texted me about it. I don't know why, but you know how it is. Like the night arrives, and you're like, yeah, I'm about to watch this Ray and Ghost joint.
Okay.
Then I was all like, yeah, I'm about to get into this. And I tapped in with it and it was a lot of fun, man. I had a good time watching it. Like Arcka says, really dope to see them guys together and like they were both all dressed up and you know, like they had to go to the club clothes on.
Yep.
RZA was in the building. Kappa was in the building
Yep.
somewhere, you know, and they were just having so much fun versing each other in this friendly competition that it was difficult for it not to be infectious and for me to, as a viewer, to have fun right along with them, man. I enjoyed it, man. I love Wu so much. I can't help it, man. I just got to get into it. Man.
Okay,
Claim, man.
I forgot it was happening this weekend. I forgot. I ain't going front. I forgot. Then it comes across my feed. So I pressed
my feed.
The preacher's coming.
I pressed the button.
Preacher coming.
I pressed the button. Man, I had a lot of fun watching this, man. It was Ray and Ghost not only telling stories about like the songs they were doing, but also throwing each other love and like playfully like competing with each other. And Deck came through, RZA came through, Kappa came through, Master Killer came. Come on, man.
Celebration.
This is almost a whole Wu show. And Young Dirty Bastard came through. Come on, man. Like, look, I was like, yo, at the end of this, they're gonna do Triumph, Meth and Jizz up in there somewhere. And they didn't do it. It kind of hurt me. But because I was like, yo, that would be a dope way to end this joint. Is like, be like, oh, guess what? We all here. But you know, I mean, hey, look, schedules, things happen. But
I mean, they could have did a decent amount of it.
Yeah, they could have still did a decent amount.
I mean, but they did do a bunch of their stuff, which was
they did
cool to see.
So I enjoyed it a whole lot. I'd love to see. The funny thing is, this is a crew that's big enough to do this like 2-3 more times. So
yeah.
So
I hear there's a Red and Meth coming soon.
Ooh, oh, really? Red and Meth.
That'll be another fun night.
Now that's something we've never even thought of. Did we even thought? Can we talk about different scenarios like when they were doing? But it was more producers against producers.
Yeah, because the first it was producers.
But then we
didn't really think of anyone who was like a duo either.
Yeah.
When we kind of just didn't consider it probably until they came through. Like,
Andre versus Big
Ray
Boy.
versus Ghost.
Andre versus Big Boy.
That would be fun. That'd be fun. I'm with all of that.
And Shot by Nolan says, "Oh yeah,
It does, man. They both got joints, man."
But Shot by Nolan said Ray and Ghost are still sharp. So I'd have to agree. Especially when they played a new Ghostface joint. Yeah, that new Ghost joint, I was like,
it was fire. I can't lie.
I was like, I see you.
It was fire.
I see you there.
It was fire.
I see you with that heat. You know what I'm saying? It felt good. It felt good to be like, yo, they still got it. The energy's still there. It felt good. It's kind of, it's like seeing, your favorite ballers get on the court and you see they still got the, you know what I'm saying? They can still, they still got it. You know what I'm saying? So it was nice.
And another thing I liked too, man, was there were some curveballs in there. Like there were records in there that I never in a million years expected to hear.
Yeah.
And that was part of my, hesitation about it. Like, all right, like you guys are just gonna play every single record that I expect you to play back to back. And I don't really need to watch this to experience that, but that's not what they did. They played
they threw me with the Jodeci joint. Even though I love that joint, they threw me. I was like, oh, I forgot about that. I was like,
Jodeci joint? It's like, what? Oh,
I forgot all about that remix.
We doing?
I was like, yo, this dope.
Special delivery and it was
like, special delivery. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Ghost sets it off on that song too. I'm trying to remember like where their verses are on these songs, and some of these songs they set it off. I'm like, oh yeah, he does set that song off. Like Ray on It's Yours. I was like, he does start that off. I always forget that. Machine gun rap for my So those moments are like
moments are dope. Yes. And then like the little knowledge nuggets, like I didn't know that Kid Capri was the first one to play them. That's just something I didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
So when he said that, I was like, oh snap, for real? I was like, all right, cool. A little, hip hop knowledge. You know what I'm saying? A little knowledge, a little performance, a little like playful banter back and forth. And then of course the Wally Kingpin, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Homie,
True.
all right, Ghostface leaves, right? Ghostface is the perfect example of your boy is like that's extra, but you still love him anyway. So it's like, because homie came back, I was like, it's not even cold in here. I was like, but you know what? I was like, look, you Ghost, man. I know how you do. You know what I'm saying? He had the full fur on, but the New York joint under it, I was like, I see you. That's
and he's
nice,
got like he's doing like the crazy silly dances and
oh yeah,
it was great, man. It was great.
So it was
great.
cool,
I was like,
man.
what is the splashy fish dance that Ghost is doing? Like, all right, like I'm here for this, man. Like,
this is fish scale dance.
The fish scale dance. I'm with it, man.
So yeah, I had a lot of fun, man. Having them bring the other members in was a lot of fun. I was just like, it opened my mind up to what verses could turn into. Because, you know, it's like, you know how like, you know, brothers or cousins or really close friends will like razz each other, but they still got like mad respect for one another. So it's like,
yeah.
I'm like, because I mean, we also had the verses like Monica and Brandy where the energy was like, you know, like, do y'all
really
like
don't
each
like
other,
each other,
or are y'all still mad about some stuff in the 90s? Like, but in this, you know,
crazy
you have,
to even say.
Whose was it? I can't remember who's in. I remember watching and being like, oh yeah, this is just like two friends just listening to each other's music. But then, and it's funny because every verse has its own energy. Like you got Jill and Erica, where it's like, it seems like Jill is like super into it, and Erica is kind of like spacing to a certain degree. It seemed like she was like, kind of spacing out. Then you got Babyface. Babyface was like,
oh yeah, Babyface and Teddy Riley, right? What's that was?
Yeah. I think it was Teddy.
Every verse has its own energy, and it's just hilarious, man. So like, straight up, Timbaland. I'm not gonna say. I know. Timbaland. Timbaland. His name is Timbaland. Mr. Land and Swizzy. Thank you for this, because now seeing what it's growing into, man, each one has a special energy, and it's funny. Like even how people got hyped for, what was it, Gladys and Patty?
Oh yeah.
Where people was like, yo, who bringing the potato salad and stuff? It was just like, yo, it was, each one has like a
now
energy.
that you mention it, they really
each
do
one
all
has a special
each
energy,
have their
man.
own energy.
Yeah, so
I just really need them to figure out one with Missy, man. I need that personally.
Missy and
someone.
I still think Missy and Busta would be a good one.
It'd be amazing. I need Missy and Busta. Not only that, like it would set the precedent for a woman battling a man.
Yeah.
In a way where, you know, like it's not some sort of like lopsided.
And they were label mates.
Yes, like Missy's got so many hits, and so many styles.
Yeah, they were both.
He's on her album.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Oh, and Lady Lisa just said Missy versus Tim. Like, because
I was thinking that too.
They have their career together, and then they have their career apart.
That would be pretty cool.
But to hear those stories, though, those stories.
Oh yeah, and those stories.
Like like them creating the music and like the synergy they had, and you know, those stories would be kind of dope.
Yeah, because it's
true.
So you have
I need that. That actually would probably be the perfect. That Missy versus Tim probably would be the perfect.
Yeah,
because it would be like Ray and Ghost. It'd be like Ray and Ghost.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, who?
Because on their own, they have their own stuff, like you know, on their own. Like neither Timbaland produced it, but still, like Timbaland has jams without Missy. You know what I mean? So
you know what I'm saying? He better come out with that Fat Rabbit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Wow, really? That's
really, that's the one that you want.
Yo, man, I still love that song, man. To this day.
Boom, 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 boom.
Man, speaking of, I was just watching. My man had me watching Beef 3. Just right before the show. Yeah. When you said Ludacris, that made me think of that. Like Luda is on there somewhere.
Wait, which movie?
Beef 3. You know, the beef documentary.
Yeah, the beef
documentary. Okay. Yeah.
What happened to those guys? I guess there won't nothing else to
know.
cover, I guess.
Yeah, who was it? It was Ludacris versus somebody. It was real stupid. It was something real stupid. I was like, what? But he wanted me to watch the one about T.I. and Lil Flip beefing.
Oh, T.I. Lil Flip. Wow.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
But yeah. So that was cool. Another thing I want to touch on before we get into the anniversaries of the night. The video for Nutshell 2 dropped, and I think Anwar, was it you that sent it through? Who sent it through? I can't remember.
Yeah, Anwar
indeed.
Anwar Highsign.
It was. It's beautiful, and it's also kind of.
Busta Rhymes.
I love the video, and it kind of hurt to see the video too.
Bahamadia
and J Dilla. They're gonna rise to the top.
But yeah,
one for Jay, one for Fife.
I was glad that I got to see the video, and it was good to be able to see him. But then there's like this sad moment of like, oh yeah, he ain't here.
He's not here anymore.
He ain't here. And then kind of seeing him in that state, he wasn't like full, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, it's tough. But I like the song. I love that beat.
That beat's fire.
Yeah, I love that beat.
Man, like I've heard that sentiment, the sentiment that you just laid out. I respect that sentiment. I've heard it in regards to Tribe's final album. But I don't know, man. Something about it is just still magic for me. Not that it's not magic for you, but it's just like I can look past it because it's like it happened.
Yeah, Tribe's final album.
These things are happening.
Because I didn't expect him to be on as much as it was, because when they announced it, I think they announced it when he was already gone, right? I think they announced it when he had already passed. And they were like, hey, we got music that we're going to put out. Fife is on it. And I was like, oh, he was probably only like one song. And then when you hear it, you're like, oh, hold up, whoa.
Popped out like, yo, they reconciled and finished the album before and I was like, what?
Yeah, and but the album like has a very good vibe about it.
Does, man, and even with this new video, even with this Fife video, I was really impressed at what I perceived to be the foresight in it, because like it's not a cobbled together video. Like they're in the video together.
Yeah.
Like in person. So I'm like, yo,
hey Fife,
like,
hey Redman, hey,
and then like, because I was impressed by that, because I was like, oh, they did a part 2. They just gonna like put a Redman and a Busta verse on it, but it wasn't that. It was like, we're gonna do a remix.
This is the second time that these three have done a song. This is the second time.
The Love Movement got a joint.
Off the Love Movement, yeah.
The Love Movement got a joint with him on it.
Slept on.
That's a slept on joint though.
Yeah, Love Movement got a couple joints on there that's like,
Love Movement got some joints. I'm a
fan of the Love Movement.
I'm a fan of Love Movement. That's what made me discover Dilla. So I'm a fan of Love Movement. That's why I first
really. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, Love Movement. Because I was looking in the credits and I saw James Yancey or like JD or whatever. I was like, okay, it must be another guy. Yeah, who's this guy?
James DeWitt.
He must be working with Tip. I'm like, cool. These beats sound different. You know what I mean? Like these beats don't sound. I mean, it's Tribe, but it's a little different.
But these beats a little different.
Yeah, there's gotta be something else there. And the Uma.
I have to revisit that tonight.
Yeah, man. Love Movement. I might have to throw that.
Favorite song on the Love Movement? Random question.
Okay. I really like Pat in My Pen.
I have mine, hands down. I
really like the joint with Busta and Red. I like
That is a terrible.
And that was a good time for Red.
I hate this question.
What's the name of the song? Hold on, I gotta find the name of the song.
I love the intro. I love how the album starts.
Intro is pretty crazy.
So,
Against the World. I like that.
Me and you
that
go
joint
against
is
the world.
Fire.
Against the world. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that one. My favorite on there is Busta's Lament.
Ooh, okay.
Hands down.
Oh, wait. No, I got mine. Right. It's the five solo joint. It's the five solo joint.
Oh, yeah. Yo, you love that joint. That joint is super fire.
That's
that joint got some heat on it.
Dirty ranks.
When that bass line kicks in.
That fire got some fire on it. You know what I'm saying?
What is he doing? Come on.
So,
you know what live and direct means?
Live and direct.
Live and direct.
You know what I mean? R.I.P. Fife.
He was toasting.
You know what I mean?
He was toasting on it.
Pulling it back to Fife. R.I.P. You know what I mean?
Yo, man. So
that's why, like, I really want them to drop this album, man. I'm really looking forward to hearing it. And Fife's first solo album was fire.
Fire.
Yes, it was. Man.
Got jams. Got joints.
Got joints.
He got a joint. He has a joint on his first album from DJ High Tech, like the old High Tech.
He got joints from High Tech.
He got joints.
Tech laced them.
He got Tech joints, and Pete Rock went crazy on his album.
And Dilla went crazy.
Dilla went crazy.
That album comes through. Like it. Yo, Malik rolled through on that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I gotta give it to him. But yeah, nutshell.
Bend over.
It's
crazy.
So yeah, nutshell 2 video is dope. I watched it like 2-3 times. Really enjoyed it, but then I was just like, man, it's kind of like when it had been a while since Dilla passed, and I think T3 came out and dropped, what song was it? He dropped a song and Dilla opened up. Dilla sets it off, and I can't remember the name of the song.
Not the reunion joint, right?
Not the reunion. It was
that song is crazy, by the way.
Yeah, Black Milk was joint, right?
Yeah. I love that beat.
I didn't like when it first came out.
Because matter of fact, it's a song. Oh snap! It's a song that has Fife on it too. Fife is at the end of that song, and I can't think of the name of it. Fife is like talking, talking and toasting at the end of the song. I'm trying to think of it. Dilla sets it off.
What song? Wait, who is T3 on it?
Yeah, it's a Slum Village song, but Fife is on it at the end, just toasted up, and I can't think.
Old Slum or New Slum?
It's like an old Slum Village song. I mean, Dilla had been gone, say, like maybe a year, and T3 dropped it online. I think I saw it on like OK Player or something like that.
All right, so was it on an album?
I don't think it was on an album.
Yeah, they did that. They did that from time to time. But would drop like super fire songs, and they wouldn't be on anything.
Yeah, I never heard this. I mean,
see, let me see if I can find it. Like, because I can't think of.
Bro, so hard. Look, can't find it.
That's a certain song. Oh man, if it'll come to me later. I know it'll come to me later. But speaking of Dilla, I guess we can speak about the person tonight that worked with Dilla a whole lot.
Okay.
And that's Mr. Rhymes of the Busta variety.
Mr.
Rhymes. The Coming turns 25 actually tomorrow.
Yeah,
I think
so. I need to visit that
25
too.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Just saw it and I was like, you know what? I wonder what turns 25. And I looked and I was like, oh, cool. Thank you. Back to Love. Back to Love. We are here. We are. Woo.
Well,
see you and you can see me too. The song is called Scheming. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think I know.
It's called Scheming. And Dilla sets it off. That joint is flames.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, we need that.
Go and check it out.
We need to.
You can check it out.
I'm about to get the link.
Somebody drop it in the group chat. We need.
I would play it, but you know how YouTube do. You know they be
algorithms. Copyrights. You'll get a strike on your channel.
Oh, okay. It was off the Villa Manifesto joint. So yeah, that one I don't know too well.
Oh,
Hey, wait,
okay.
is that's Pasta News is on there too.
I don't know that.
He is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
He's on there.
Dilla Manifesto, the album.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think it's not the album. I think it's the EP.
Back to Love, Dilla Pause and Fire. So yeah, it's been so long
I don't
since I've
remember
heard it,
that
but I
on the
remember it
EP
being
at all.
I'll run it back.
Yeah,
Actually,
that might be on. That's got to be on the album.
but I remember that when I heard it, I was like, man.
But check it. I'm
he's
gonna do
not
my
here
little
no
DJ
more. You know what I'm saying? But it was good to hear his
Run it back.
voice. But it was kind of tough because it's like, dang, he's gone, kind of thing. He like,
Stupid.
I'm checking my finger in the frame.
So,
What's up?
but the coming turns 25. I wanted to ask you, Anwar, when it comes to your hip hop sensibilities, all right, it's been 25 years, 25 long, arduous years. When you go back and think of any of the songs or listen to any of the songs from the coming, what stands out? Does it still hold up? You know what I'm saying? Are you still digging it? Are you like, because in the text chat, in the group, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't super hot. Oh snap! It's attack from the kittens.
So, all right, watch out.
Yeah, Flood Ames. Sorry, sir.
Yo, for me,
fire.
For me, the coming still is very enjoyable to listen to. I still have a great time. I still revisit it from time to time, and it still holds a lot of weight for me. Obviously, he matured a lot and went a lot of really cool places. But yeah, man, his first effort. Yeah, I rock with that joint, man. I like the coming. Still
Arcatron,
to this day.
To this day. Arcatron, how you feel? Oh,
the coming's a weird one for me sometimes. Like I like it. I feel it's at its time it was ahead of its time, but right now I feel like it's a little bit still ahead of its time of that time. But it's not an album I return back to too many times within a year.
Okay.
There's joints on there. Like there's a lot of good joints on there. Yeah, I feel like it's just an album I don't return back to. I would say, it's that C word. I don't throw that C word out too many times.
Okay.
I have a much easier time throwing that word out. I do think that the coming is a classic album.
Coming is a classic.
Classic?
Classic, yeah.
I'd say bust the first three joints are
three joints.
I think
it skirts in there.
And I'd say after the first three joints, up into Genesis, he's on a fire streak. And then there's a little tepidness and still
there's a dip diver.
A little hot it goes, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, when you got like 5 bangers, I mean, you can give a little, you can.
So you're saying you didn't like make it clap? Is what you're trying to say to me?
you can dip up and down a little bit, where maybe like the full album ain't fire. But even in the ones where the full albums weren't fire, whenever he touched the Dilla joint, magic.
It was going up.
I wish he did a full project with Dilla, man, or an EP.
I wonder why not.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
he's he's busting rhymes, man.
It's like your man. It's like that's your man. It probably just didn't occur to them to do,
Yeah.
And then
they're on different labels.
You kind of expect your friends to live, you expect them to be around forever,
So you're like, we'll do an album together next year or something like that.
Like we could do it into it's sort of like, I don't know, man. Like when I think about my close partners, it's like, yeah, we about to be old men. Like we about to be grayed out.
Yeah, like,
still, you know, like still linking up and, you know, just like laughing and vibing and being friends. So, you know, it's always such a surprise when it doesn't go that way. Even though like we all understand the mortality and the fragility of things.
Mm-hmm. For me, I'm gonna go in and say classic.
What's Busta's classic album count?
I'd say okay. All right. So if we're gonna go into,
I didn't expect you to go that low. Classic album.
I don't throw that C word out too much time. Like I said, I give him 2.
2?
2.
My brother.
Hey, brother.
Let me see if I can. When Disaster Strikes
is definitely the first of the classics. Not saying in order. For me, that I like that the most of his classics.
All right.
I don't. Classics is like
what would the other one be?
No skipping.
The Coming
is the other one.
Is the other one
The Big Bang?
Not a classic, but I like the Big Bang.
The Big Bang got
Genesis.
man.
No, Genesis has a very clear skip.
Yeah,
that we both talk about.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Kind of often.
What is the very clear skip on Genesis?
The
Past the Cavassier one.
The first Past the Cavassier, the one that Knots did the beat. Yeah, that one. You can whatever you can whatever that verse.
Very very rare miss for Knots for me.
It was a strange miss.
I don't skip that. I don't like it as much as the remix, but I don't. That's not a clear skip for me.
Okay.
I will give you that. I don't like that as much as the remix. I'll give you that. And as far as the Knots beat, it definitely should have been hotter than that.
I'm about to find the whole discography now. I gotta. Maybe I'm being too harsh today. You know what I'm saying? Let me.
You might be. You have been known to be quite harsh out of all the people.
Still flames.
You are definitely the harshest.
I would throw the classic at Anarchy. The only thing about Anarchy is I think Anarchy is too long. I think Anarchy is a little too long. But I still think
fair
Anarchy
criticism.
And Genesis are both fire.
All right, he's got 2 for me. The first 2 are his classics for me. First 2 classic. I'm looking at the
Level Event. Now sing the song of Salvation.
No.
You love Extinction Level
great
Event.
Songs, but that end it starts to get like that end it starts to get skippable.
Oh.
What's at the end of the album? This Means War and
This Means War. Hot, making you bounce, a 1 2 2 2. I bang with that joint, but back then I did. But now I do. But back then I did.
Oh yeah. Oh.
The joint, the Diamond D joint, spin. You want what you want. That joint.
All right, word.
But I'm just saying, like
making you bounce.
This
what's my joint? Like, yo, Arcka, what's my joint that I love on that album? What's that joint? What is my joint off of that album?
Do It to Death? Is it Do It to Death?
Trace Quattro Cinco. Oh,
yeah. Keep it tight.
Keep it tight.
Yeah. I forgot. I don't know why I thought it was on another album. Busta Bus is on ELE, the first one. So yeah, do the Busta Bus, man. Come on, man. I love that.
The remix is fire though.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
the mystical joint now is tattered. It's tattered.
Yo, the way that joint is, it still feels like they sped the vocals up to me.
Which one? Oh, is they riding with us?
They went Ableton on it. You saying they went Ableton on it?
Yeah, man, it feels that way because like both of those guys fast and are capable of spitting fast with a lot of control. At least Bust. But it just always felt like the pitch of their vocals in that joint and the speed. It just always felt like some Jet Li, like some John Woo type timing.
Almost superhuman.
Yeah, like some John Woo type.
Just drank a lot of alkaline water and
bro, you gotta listen to it
real quick.
You gotta listen to it again. Like their vocals sound slightly pitched up to me, at least. So like y'all can listen to it and like
Okay.
drop it in the drop your thoughts in the group chat.
Yeah, it's like
That's how the beat. That's how the beat goes.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like we share with it. Like these are like slightly skippable, mostly skippable tracks now.
Okay.
That's why I say he's got two
for me.
Classics is timeless. I can listen to it in any time zone, any place on the world, any universe, in perpetuity. All right, perpetuity, forever, in the whole universe.
ELE for me has it's too much in the like trying to have a hit, trying to like it's too. I don't want to. I'm very reluctant to use like it's too mainstream. Like he was already super mainstream, but it's very much focused on like having like radio ready, club ready joints. Whereas like the coming is like,
but
and then
party is
when
going on
disaster
over
strikes
here,
is like,
man. It's all right.
Party is going on
now
over
listen
here.
to this. The power of like tear the roof off or party is going on over here overshadows something like Is They Wildin' With Us though. It's like almost like the power of that allows you to like overlook, you know what I'm saying? Overlook Is They Wildin'. Cause you like, yo, party is going over here, it's too hot.
I don't actually mind that song. At the time that it came out, I didn't like it, but when I listened to the album somewhat recently, I was like, okay, all right, it's ridiculous. I can get into it.
Man, like party is going over here. I still love that joint.
Take it off. Take it off.
Oh, hold
up.
All right. And you got Give Me Some More and the skip before Give Me Some More. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What was the skip again?
There's some skippable. There's some skippable.
What was the skip? What was the skip before that?
Yeah, ELE? No, I said that album has some skips.
No, I'm saying Mike. What was the skip before Give Me Some More?
Oh no, I was just talking about Is They Wildin', like saying like like the good songs like overpower those because like I don't really. If I had a skip on ELE, let's see. I don't know, man. Maybe. Trying to think. I guess Is They Wildin' With Us? Maybe because I'm not. I have to be in the mood for that one.
I definitely agree with Arcka about the end of the album for sure.
What?
By the time the end comes, I'm like, because
I like Burial Song. So are you talking about what this means?
News talking about the Burial Song.
That's that's track 3.
No, Burial Song is a great song. I mean, the Burial Song.
Oh no, I'm bugging. That's I'm thinking of the title.
Yeah. So I guess what the F you want, and this means war. Because those are two that I guess I can give you. I can give you those two and be like, that's fair.
Yeah, because
Let's go.
DJ Scratch. He lays bust most of the time.
Numerous times.
Scratch comes through for real. So hey, look, 25 years, the coming still rolls through. It's a classic for me.
It's classic.
Classic for me. Because you got too many hot joints. Too much hotness.
Capital C.
Too much. You know
heat on top of heat.
It's all right. So, all right. You got the intro. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the coming. But Do My Thing, I love. Everything Remains Raw, love. Abandoned Ship. Abandoned Ship is a song that I didn't like before the album came out. And then when the album came out, I ended up liking it. Woo-Ha, come on, man. It's like, come on.
Wait, you say you didn't like Abandoned Ship?
No, I didn't like it.
That's a wild statement. I was going to let it slide, but Arcka,
I didn't like it at first.
I got to get him out of here.
That's one that when I heard it on some mixtape before the album came out, and I was just like, I don't know if I really
wish I heard that song before anything. I would have told my brother to buy that album for me.
And then when I got the album and I heard it, I was like, yo, I love this song. So it's just two different states, it'll just who knows how
transform
to
into
hit you.
a walrus.
It's a party. I love Janae in general, so that joint is crazy. Hot Fudge, come on, man.
Hot
Coming
fudge.
on in.
Good
Good
Lord.
Lord.
Yeah.
So Ill Vibe,
Ill
Flip Mode
Vibe.
Squad. That's why this man. Who was the one who was like something like the east and the west side, but ain't with it till you come to the homicide or something like whatever. I was like, what was that? Jamal?
That's Jamal's verse.
Jamal said
Yo,
that, yeah.
man, I was like, what? Like I remember being
Jamal,
young and being like,
Jamal was cool,
oh.
man. He had a rawness to him that, like, even though like a lot of his rhymes, especially at that time, were like really straightforward.
Yeah,
he had like a cool voice and he had like this rawness to what he was saying that like really sold it. It was like, oh, okay, they down when it comes to the homicide. I was like, yeah.
I was
and
like,
you know, and he also had another standout. Two things. He has a standout appearance with Biggie on the Junior Mafia album. Then he has another standout appearance with Bus again on When Disaster Strikes, or at least stand out to me. I love that.
All right, cool.
Not
and
a
then
problem.
of course, Still Shining. Keep It Moving.
You can do it.
Keep It Moving is the joint that I like.
Mix.
The finish line is a good way to kind of slowly bring us back down. I'm that. I don't really have any skips right here, unless I'm in a certain mood where I just want like one type of energy.
I really enjoy the LONS reunion joint, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Keep It Moving. Yeah.
Keep it moving along. Keep it moving. And like for me, for some reason, like that joint has like just ages well. Like as the years pass, like there's something about that, the vibe of that song, the way the beat hits and the way that they're like synergy on it. It's like this is a vibe right here. This song is it's a vibe.
Oh, yeah. Shouts to Back to Love. She said, Back to Love said, back in the BMG / Columbia House days, 16 CDs for a penny.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
I never took advantage of that.
Yo, them Columbia House days.
That's actually how I got Jamal's album.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
On the Lodo.
So that was dope. So yeah, the Common classic, great joints, you know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, you know what I'm saying? To Busta Rhymes' inaugural. There's only 5 years left.
Busta Rhymes.
Even
half a
though
century.
This one doesn't open with Dolomite, but it's all good. Still love it. Still love it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Because Dolomite
does have a suitably epic intro.
Yeah. it works. So the next album that turns 25 this month that I wanted to highlight is Bahamadia, Kollage.
Bahamadia.
Which
yes, sir.
I was looking through and I was like, oh man, really? It came out like I think it came out like 2 weeks before. And I was like, oh.
Before the coming?
Yeah. I think Bahamadia's joint dropped like on the 9th or something, and the coming dropped on like the 25th or something, 24th, 25th, something like that.
19th and 26th.
Oh,
19th Bahamadia, 26 Busta Rhymes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, I wouldn't have wanted to come out that close to Bus.
Yeah,
the hype behind Bus was like pretty.
I'm looking whoever else came out that month.
Yeah, because
like in terms
he
of
had the single. By
Smooth the
time,
Hustler came out the same day as Bahamadia.
Like
who did?
Smooth the Hustler.
Smooth
that
the Hustler
album's not bad, man. Yeah, Smooth the Hustler. Yo, that dude. It's not bad. That dude.
I think I vaguely remember a video on Rap City like a long time ago.
And the Cellar Dwellers dropped on when Busta Rhymes the same day as Busta Rhymes.
Oh, really?
That was a bad look. Shout out to Rhymes for giving him the worst release date of the year.
Oh man! Because by that time, Busta Rhymes had the Flavor in Your Ear remix, so he already had the hype from him.
Yep, already had that.
Then
Scenario.
His
hype as a closer was
because he already had Scenario hype. Then you had the flavor in your ear hype. Now Woo-Ha is out and it's crazy. And he rolled his eyes. I saw that eye roll. So
Who?
Woo-Ha, Arcatron. So
oh no,
Woo-Ha
I'm looking
comes
at
up.
my screen over here. I was
Word. So
I'm my screen over here, son. Yo.
Woo-Ha comes out crazy. And Selling Dwellers, even though they had a decent single, it, you know, that's what
that single was fire. What was it? Perfect. You talking about Perfect Match?
It was like perfect girlfriend or something like that. Something. Oh,
Perfect Match.
Oh, Perfect Match.
Perfect
Yeah.
Match.
I just remember the video.
Yeah,
they were
fire.
trying to find a girlfriend in the video.
I don't remember this.
Like I vaguely remember
that joint was
in
fire.
the video, it was set up like a matchmaking show or something like that. I remember that. But that's one of those things where it's kind of like Marvel and DC got to move the date. You know what I'm saying? You got to just be like, look, let's go in and drop it. Let's go in and give Busta about a month. We'll drop on like April 20th or something like that. Like we'll, you know.
Yeah, because in April, only thing you got to contend with really is Beastie Boys, Ghetto Boys, MC8, MC Ren, and Master P.
Okay, so those are things that are like
and such segmented markets at that point in time.
Yeah.
That, you know, like they would have probably been able to.
Because like those other albums are so different that you can kind of, you know, you can get in there and like people that, you know what I'm saying, like that, they won't interfere with your release date. But Busta is like, whew, that was
keep it moving.
That was tough.
This 96 got some jams that came out.
Yeah, 96
I'm skipping forward.
Yes, sir.
96 was flame.
Yes, it did.
But but in all honesty, how are y'all feeling about Bahamadia's Kollage? You know what I'm saying? How are you feeling, Anwar?
I like Bahamadia's Kollage. I bought it when it came out.
Me too.
I've enjoyed it over the years. It's a very strong debut. Like she had some highlights on that joint on the low though. Like she had multiple joints from Beat Miners when Beat Miners were smoking everything, left and right. She had multiple Primo joints when Primo was smoking the world. It was like,
because this is 96 like, I guess maybe 95 Primo.
Yeah, like Primo had like every producer in the game pack, and he was just chain smoking.
Got 5 joints from Primo and 4 from Beat Miners.
Whoo.
And 2 from
so
Guru.
Like,
and
2 from Guru, and those were like older joints that they kind of included. Like, okay, hey, if you notice, she had a joint from Ski that was booming. So like the album was like stacked, and then like, you know, the other songs that weren't those producers were solid. And it was like, yo, and Bahamadia, her pen, her hammer was flying.
Yes, it was.
So, you know, if like you could tap in with her style, then that album was just a go. Like that joint had heat on it, man.
Yeah, I think it was a good debut. Out of the album, if I probably like a good, I guess if you take out the interludes because they technically don't count, I like a good like 75% or so of the album. Like there's a couple of songs that I'm just like, nah, I'm not feeling it, or it doesn't work for me anymore. But the head nodders, they in there. And the way she kind of gets melodic every now and then with her voice, and this kind of like, it's kind of like interesting tone where it's like, she's kind of like talking softly, but then it's smooth, like almost whispering, but then she's
have you
dropping
ever
heat.
seen Bahamadia at a show? Like, how's that?
I've never seen her perform.
I gotta see if I can find you to see her at a show. I want to see like, is she like just doing the same like,
the same kind of relaxed tone?
Yeah, same cadence.
It's like relaxed.
Like,
it's like relaxed,
turn that mic way up.
But it works.
Turn the mic up. Turn the mic up. Turn the mic up.
But no, it works so well. And Arcatron and I were talking about you know, like stuff she had been on. He talked about the track she did with Kweli, and I brought up the track she did with Rod Digger. And the joint she did with Rod Digger really
wow,
works.
I forgot about that joint.
It's a track called BOK.
Chaos was fire.
Yeah.
Chaos was fire, and Be Okay with Rah Digga is crazy dope, and it works extremely well. Like their two voices are like a great match for one another. And listen to this, like she gets melodic in a lot of cases.
It would have been cool to see more songs with those two.
Yeah,
because they both, especially at that time, were like they represented like a real sharp lyrical side of things. Like you had other lyrical women in the game, but they were generally more sexualized. Like Foxy was bussing and Kim was bussing,
but they were much more
sexual. They were more sexualized. So like that was sort of like the wave at that time. But Bahamadia and Rah Digga and Lauren sort of represented this, you know, like grounded woman who was not going to be defined by her lady bits. And
then you had that ushers in Missy. That actually helps Missy.
And that ushers in Missy. Who splits the difference. Who then like splits the difference in an interesting way where it's like her image is not that, but her content is like, yo, this ain't for the children now. Don't get it twisted.
Missy be having some lines where it's like, Missy be nasty. But so it's a good point that you bring up about that particular
Missy or Bahamadia. It's funny you say that. That's what it was. It was Missy Bahamadia.
But that particular duo, because
I hear that y'all listened to that album yesterday, man. Every time I hear that, I'm like, yo, this album was like every hip hopper's favorite album. Like, what was it like for them to hear that? Because they definitely heard it.
Yeah.
There's no way they didn't hear it. So it was like, how did that feel? Like, and then y'all trying to mute it out when the homies start roasting on them. I know y'all saying some grimy stuff in this little 2-second gap.
Edited.
Yeah, man. Like this little 2 seconds of silence comes in all of a sudden. Like, come on, bro. Somebody said something crazy, man.
Yeah, and they were like, come on.
Somebody said something crazy, man. What did Superb say about me, man? What did Solomon Child say about me, man?
Wow. But yeah, I would like to see more from those two, and maybe like even like you said with Lauren and stuff, because then you got the connection with what is it? Was it Cowboys? What was it?
Cowboys, yeah.
Oh yeah, so you got the connection with Lauren there. That could have been a cool, you know what I'm saying, a cool track to get with those two. Or sorry, with those three. This is one of those things where it's like
at that point in that time frame, can you imagine that? Like in that time frame, like I don't know who would have produced it,
but of course you never know. Schedules, labels, who knows? Stuff just happens.
All kind of stuff.
Because I mean, technically, hey, look, Rah Digga watches the show, and I know Digga she's still dropping verses. All right, so look, hey, Bahamadia watches the show.
I listened to one before the show. Actually.
Lauren watches the show. Look, y'all, hey, you ain't doing nothing. You're sitting on the couch. Why don't you go to school? You ain't doing it. You're sitting at home eating French fries. Just no. It's like look to all you ladies out there. It's even easier now. You got email. You just take your verse and they send it over there, and then they get put it in the Dropbox or something, give it to them, and then you ain't got to leave the comfort of your own home. This is a COVID track, all right?
When they got no mic, man.
Oh, well, just wrap it to your phone. This is grimy.
All right.
Grimy.
Please don't do that.
Kanye said that was the best mic.
Yo, man.
I've used it on the space stage, but like not as like the forefront.
Yo,
more
man,
like
look.
Background.
That grimy sound. Take it back to that 90s, that grimy sound.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Back when RZA was getting those samples.
It definitely is a style choice. So I can see that being done. You could you want it to sound like something coming from someone's phone. I can see that. It is a good mic. Yeah. I'll give it that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You want to record your verse into the phone, then go and share.
Just maybe don't go too close to the phone. I mean, maybe you have
put the phone like maybe about right here, about this.
Well, Bahamadia has been doing stuff with her phone. Like she's got a couple projects of her doing joints and from top to bottom on her phone.
Oh wow!
See,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying,
that's
y'all.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we here. Bahamadia, yo, send an email, make it happen.
Bahamadia, Rod Digger, and Lauryn Hill. We're gonna ride
to the top. Like, what is the top? I was like, I'm waiting to
like, all right, bring me home. Bring me, take me to the bridge,
gotta bring home.
Nah, Lisa, how Mariah Carey be singing? She be like,
she does do that.
Yo.
It's crazy that she's like so good at singing that she can get this off.
She was like,
Yo, you're that good.
You know, it's like
she's
you're good
so
at singing,
good
so we'll let
that
it
she
slide.
can get it off, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, you should be doing that." Like, that's kind of crazy.
So, with that said, guys, we have exercised the demons, had a fun time, been chilling. But look, man, hey,
the demons.
We got to bounce, man. You know what I'm saying? We got other things. We got hip hop classics to make. All right, you know what I'm saying?
It's true.
So with that said, over here
hip
he has the Halo. You know what I'm saying? This is God level Goku over here. All right, you know what I'm saying? Super Saiyan 4. All right, Anwar Highsign.
Yo, man, mess with my pen. You get one of these. But yeah, man, check me out. ANWARHIGH, the word high. SIGN, the word sign. There's one word. Anwar Highsign. On Spotify, on the Apple Music, on the Google Play, on the Bandcamp, on the SoundCloud,
on the Netscape Plus.
On the Netscape Plus. Look, if y'all log into AIM Chat, right? All right, log into AIM Chat. All right, I'm gonna send you my new project.
Yo, I miss AIM.
Got you.
Yeah. Yo, AIM Chat was everything back in the day. So.
Yo, I was sending beats to AIM, man. Like,
AIM was real, man.
I had to lower the quality. I had to lower the quality like 160. You know what I mean? I like lower it down so it send faster. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
but yeah, man.
Shop by Noli said Netscape Premium.
The Netscape Premium, you know, we got support for that coming soon.
Yeah,
we on it. I'm talking to DistroKid about that because I realized that it wasn't on the Netscape Premium.
Shouts to DistroKid.
Arcka's favorite.
Let's not
Arcka's favorite distro.
Yeah, I know.
Arcka's favorite DistroKid. But yo, man, check that fleece out. You know, the EP, and check out the other music. You know, while you there. And if you can't find it, then holla at us, and we'll direct you there.
Now, in the bottom square, you know him. You know what I'm saying? He out here flipping, transforming on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Arckatron.
In the bottom square, but I ain't no square. No, but hey y'all, it's me, ARCKTRON.com.
It's me, y'all.
You can find me, music. You can find us actually. BVL, we on there too. I got the link locked up in there, so you can find more information about me and what I'm about. So check it out.
Yeah, and of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. Hit that thumbs up. Help a brother in the algorithm, all right? HBO program. Help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? Send this to somebody. Put it on your Facebook. Put it on your Snapchats. Put it on your MySpace. Put it on your Twitters. Put it on them Instagrams, all right? Your Instagram and everything else, all right? You ain't doing nothing but flipping through booty pics on Instagram. Share this on your Instagram.
Fact. I'm definitely doing it.
Yo, right now, somebody watching this show is looking at a big booty on Instagram, and you can be sharing my video. All right? All right? He like, but I don't want to do that. Don't worry about what you want to do. Share this video. So anyway.
It's not about what you want to do. It's about what we want to do. We want you to share the video.
Oh, man. So hit the thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. Hit that thumbs down if you don't. You hit that thumbs down, guess what? All right? I'm going to send Dark Side after you, all right? And his son got beat up for 4 hours. All right.
And he trying to catch wreck after being.
Yo, let's not bring that. Let's not bring that. Bring
I
that.
haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it yet.
You don't need to watch it, man.
It's 4 hours, man.
It's good to check it out one time just to say that you did it, and then
I watched it one sitting.
You know what?
You watched it in one sitting, you said?
Yeah. I did that so you don't have to go through that.
Bro, is it like 4 hours and 25 minutes, I think? How long is it?
It's
like 4:02 or something like that.
It's a solid 4. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of insane. Yo, The Godfather isn't that long, fam.
I know.
Yo, Malcolm X isn't that long, and it had an intermission in it.
Yeah, and Malcolm X is like 4 times the better movie too, because it's competently made and it isn't in slow mo for like 25% of the film, but
so it's got the 300 problem. Gotcha.
Yeah, the 300. Yes, it does. So, with that said, guys, we're leaving y'all with P.L. Parker Lewis because he won't hear, but he's here in spirit. You're gonna hear some of his music, and after that, you're gonna hear some Arcckatron too.
Spirit.
All right? Spirit. I mean, he's not a spirit. You know what I'm saying?
He is not a spirit.
He's here.
To be clear, he is still on the mortal coil.
Yeah,
he's not a spirit.
He's not a spirit, though. So from us to you, thank you for watching, and peace.
And woo for you. Since we started with the
for
woo.
you.
Is this technically a high sign?
And you. Yeah.
I mean,
it is.
You did.
Peace, y'all.
Yeah. A little high sign.
I'm the man, yes sir, that killed the bare-handed so the people won't forget it. Getting money for our legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the Parker Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the barrier, we outside. Help the barrier, we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dollars rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding cause we all came from hunger pain.